Buckle up, Young and the Restless fans, because Monday, April 28th, isn't just another day in Genoa City. It's a day where alliances crack, secrets simmer, and old loyalties are pushed to the breaking point. Let's dive into the chaos brewing behind every polite smile and whispered conversation. At the GCAC, tensions reach a boiling point as Audra Charles and Lily Winters face off. Still simmering from Lily's pointed accusations, Audra doesn't hold back her anger. She lashes out, feeling cornered and manipulated, refusing to sit quietly while her integrity is questioned. But Lily isn't intimidated. She presses harder, hinting that Audra's secrets run far deeper than she's willing to admit. Audra, trying to maintain her cool, downplays her past with Holden Novak, brushing it off as casual, meaningless. But Lily isn't buying it. She senses the cracks forming in Audra's polished exterior, and her instincts tell her there's far more beneath the surface. The confrontation leaves Audra rattled and furious, but as she storms off, one thing becomes clear. Lily Winters does not trust Audra Charles. And maybe, she's right not to. Refusing to let the matter drop, Lily turns her attention straight to Holden. In a tense, biting exchange at the bar, she calls him out, demanding answers about what he's really hiding. Holden, ever the smooth operator, tries to turn the tables. He psychoanalyzes Lily, suggesting her relentless digging is just a way to feel superior, to stay in control. But Lily sees right through it. Holden's smugness only steals her resolve. There's something he's hiding, something he's desperate to keep buried. And Lily? She's not going anywhere until she drags that secret into the light. Across town, at the Abbott mansion, a different kind of tension quietly brews. Claire Newman and Kyle Abbott walk through the newly renovated home, admiring the changes Diane Jenkins Abbott has made. The place feels warm, welcoming, almost like the perfect beginning to a new chapter. Caught up in the moment, Kyle suggests something bold. Maybe they should stay. Maybe they should make this house their home, at least until they find something of their own. For a brief moment, the idea hangs between them, tempting and sweet. But Claire, ever cautious, gently pumps the brakes. She thanks Kyle for thinking about their future, but she explains with soft firmness why they shouldn't rush. She wants them to build a life together independently, to stand on their own before getting pulled too deeply into the web of family loyalties. More importantly, Claire knows that moving in with the Abbotts would only throw more fuel on the fire with Victor Newman. And the last thing they need right now is to give Victor another reason to tighten his grip. Kyle, disappointed but understanding, agrees. He respects Claire's instincts, even if it means putting his excitement on hold. Their conversation ends with a kiss, a promise, and an unspoken understanding that the road ahead won't be easy. Upstairs, as they lose themselves in each other, the passion between them is real. But so is the pressure building outside their door, pressure that neither of them can outrun forever. Because in Genoa City, love is never simple. And family? Family always complicates everything. Back at the Newman Ranch, the atmosphere is electric with tension. Victor Newman, already on edge after weeks of betrayal and scheming, is in no mood for diplomacy. When Michael Baldwin arrives, what should have been a calm update turns into a powder keg ready to explode. Michael carefully delivers the news. Elliot Matheson, a key figure in Victor's ongoing plans, has been behaving strangely. Overly apologetic, nervous, rambling about past mistakes. It's enough to raise alarm bells, and Michael advises caution, suggesting that Elliot may no longer be trustworthy. But Victor's patience snaps. In his mind, doubt equals disloyalty. And from Victor's perspective, Michael has been second-guessing him far too often, especially after the mess with Jordan left scars Victor hasn't forgotten. The confrontation escalates fast. Victor accuses Michael of forgetting who he works for. Michael, trying to remain composed, insists that he's doing his job, offering advice, not betrayal. But Victor Newman sees the world in black and white. You're either all in, or you're the enemy. Without hesitation, without a flicker of regret, Victor cuts Michael loose. Fires him on the spot. A swift, brutal dismissal that leaves Michael humiliated, furious, and suddenly adrift. As he walks away from the ranch, the weight of betrayal heavy on his shoulders, Michael makes a split-second decision. He pulls out his phone and sends a text. Jack Abbott, meet for a drink? In that one impulsive moment, a new and dangerous alliance begins to form, one that could shift the balance of power in Genoa City and unleash a whole new war Victor never saw coming. Meanwhile, over at the cozy but tense atmosphere of the Jazz Lounge, Jack Abbott and Billy Abbott are deep in conversation, grappling with problems of their own. Billy updates Jack on the situation with Phyllis Summers, and the news isn't good. Phyllis, once a powerhouse of ambition and talent, is unraveling. Her fixation on pushing Daniel Romalotti Jr. into bigger roles he isn't ready for, is starting to cause serious instability at Abbott Communications. Billy, to his credit, owns his decision. He doesn't regret hiring Phyllis. When she's focused, she's brilliant. But right now, she's becoming a risk they can't afford to carry. Jack listens, nodding, absorbing every word with that calm, strategic mind that has kept Abbott afloat through countless storms. And when Billy hesitates, still wrestling with the loyalty he feels toward Phyllis, Jack delivers the advice he knows his brother needs to hear. You have to put the company first. No matter how hard it is. If Phyllis can't pull herself together, she may have to be cut loose, for the good of everyone. Just as Billy wrestles with that brutal reality, Michael Baldwin walks in. He's tense, worn, a man who just lost something important, but maybe gained a new resolve in the process. Michael admits that reaching out to Jack was impulsive, but necessary, because after what happened with Victor, after seeing just how ruthless Newman loyalty can become, Michael knows something big is brewing. Something dangerous. And he also knows that when the war comes, Jack Abbott may be the only person left with the strength, strategy, and guts to fight back. Jack listens carefully, his mind already racing through possibilities. If Victor is moving against them, if Michael has switched sides, then Genoa City is about to become a battleground all over again. And this time, the casualties could be greater than anyone expects. Monday's episode of The Young and the Restless isn't just about drama. It's about lines being crossed, loyalties being tested, and the first shots being fired in battles that could change Genoa City forever. Every whispered secret, every broken trust, every impulsive decision, they are all setting the stage for a war no one may be ready to fight. Will Audra's carefully buried secrets finally catch up to her? And if they do, will Holden Novak fall right alongside her? Both are dancing on the edge of exposure, but in Genoa City, the truth has a habit of finding its way out, no matter how deeply it's buried. Can Claire and Kyle really hold on to the future they're dreaming of? Or will the weight of family expectations, old rivalries, and Victor Newman's long shadow crush their chance at happiness before it even begins? Love is strong, but in Genoa City, family is stronger. And sometimes, family loyalty demands sacrifice. And what about Michael Baldwin? Now that he's crossed the most powerful man in town, is redemption even possible? Or has Michael just painted a giant target on his back, one Victor won't hesitate to aim for when the time is right? The shifting alliances are already happening. Old friendships are crumbling, new enemies are rising, and the next move could tip everything over the edge. Now we want to hear from you. Was Michael right to turn to Jack Abbott for help? Or is he jumping from one fire straight into another? Is Claire Newman making the right call by hitting pause with Kyle? Or is fear holding her back from something real? And when Victor realizes that betrayal is closing in from all sides, how far will he go to reclaim control, and who will be his first target? Drop your predictions, your theories, and your boldest takes in the comments below. Let's dive deep into the twists, turns, and chaos you see coming for our favorite Genoa City players. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because on The Young and the Restless, even the smallest betrayal can spark a war. And sometimes, the most dangerous battles are the ones fought behind closed doors, with smiles hiding the knives. Stay tuned, because the alliances being formed today will decide the victors and the casualties of tomorrow. And remember, in Genoa City, no one is truly safe. Not even Victor Newman.